Knowing how to oil your hair is one of those things that might seem so simple, but most of the time we still make mistakes that can cause damage to our hair. So in this video, I'll show you the hair oiling mistakes and how to fix them so that you know how to oil your hair properly. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video and let's begin.
Get ready.
Alright, it is time to oil your hair, and the first hair oiling mistake that I've seen a lot that I used to do is combing your hair right after applying your oils. When your hair has oil on it, it becomes way more vulnerable to breakage and loss as the scalp is relaxed. So the best way to begin your oil treatment is by always detangling your hair first before applying your hair oils to avoid causing damage to your locks. Also, this is gonna help to distribute the oils around your hair much better since there will be no tangles. Make sure to use a wide tooth comb and detangle front ends towards the roots in this way.
We did it.
Now it is time to pick an oil, and the next hair oiling mistake in here is using the wrong oils on your hair. You see, your hair has different porosities as well as different needs, so if you use the wrong oil, it could do more harm than good. So when you pick your natural oils, make sure these are labeled cold press, organic, and the only ingredient in the bottle is the exact oil that you're gonna use. Avoid using on your hair oils like mineral oil, baby oil, lemon oil, since this could completely ruin your hair. And don't forget that essential oils need to be diluted with a carrier oil so that it can be absorbed easier into the scalp. I really like avocado oil because it's great for reducing hydro fatigue and moisturizing the hair and scalp. Also for hair growth and regrowing hair, you gotta try rosemary oil. Just make sure to mix it with the carrier oil as it can be too strong for your scalp if it's used by itself. By the way, I used to believe the coconut oil was suitable for all hair types, but unfortunately it's not, especially if you have low porosity hair. Be aware that it can cause dryness on your locks. So I'm gonna use avocado oil to treat my tangled hair. And here's another hair oiling mistake that will ruin your hair, which is not warming up your oil before application. When you heat up your oils, you will ensure deeper penetration through your hair cuticles. It will help to seal them as well as promote circulation on the scalp, which will ultimately help with hair growth. So the right way to warm up your oils without losing their properties is by heating them up using a little bit of hot water in this way. As you can see, I'm just gonna wait for 1 minute for the oil to warm up, and then I'm gonna use a Q-tip to distribute the oil all over my scalp in this way, which makes this process so much easier. After you're done applying on the entire scalp,
Not only for here, also for here. Just kidding.
go ahead and divide your hair into sections, and now using your hands, gently apply a light layer of the oil from the roots to the ends of your hair. By the way, warming up your oils is a good practice to do when you intend to do 1 hour treatments, because this is the best way to ensure you're gonna get the most out of your hair oils benefits. When you oil your hair, less is more. So you want your hair to be slightly covered but not completely soaked, drenched in oil, which is another hair oiling mistake that I'm so guilty of. I'm pretty aware this should be completely avoided, because when you apply too much oil to your strands, it is inevitable that you're gonna end up using extra shampoo to wash it off, which will ultimately strip away your hair's natural oils, including the oil treatment, leaving your hair very dry, brittle at the end, so kind of defeating the whole purpose of oiling. So big no to this one. Something that helps me to keep track of how much oil I use on my hair is to always start with 1 tablespoon of oil and work your way up depending on your density of your hair. For my hair, this little is enough, so this is what I use. Alright, now that your hair is binding with the oil, the next hair oiling mistake is massaging your scalp roughly or not massaging your scalp at all. First of all, if you oil your hair and don't massage your scalp, it's like, girl, don't do it, it's not worth it, you know? Taking at least 5 minutes to gently massage your scalp after oiling is going to stimulate better circulation and with this boost hair growth. However, please avoid massaging too fast or vigorously, because it can break your hair or make you lose hair that you were not supposed to lose. So the best hair oiling practice is to use a scalp massager, since this one will do pressure points and massage directly the scalp and not put pressure on the actual hair. But if you don't have something like this, you can use your hands to gently massage the oil in circular motions across your entire scalp for at least 5 minutes. Once you're done massaging the oil on your scalp and hair, the next hair oiling mistake that it will ruin your hair is tying your hair too tight after you oil. Like I said, hair when it has oil is more vulnerable to breakage, and tight hairstyles such as high ponytails or tight buns can cause damage and lead to split ends. So to avoid this is to use a shower cap like this one to cover your hair, which I personally find as a great option when you have straight, thin, fine hair like mine. With our hair being covered, it is time to leave the oil on our hair so that it can get absorbed and promote hair growth. So when it comes to another hair oiling mistake here, is not using any sort of heat cap when you oil your hair. If you have low porosity hair, this is a must thing to do to ensure that the oil gets into the hair. Otherwise, it will sit on top of your hair, and that's not what we want to accomplish with an oil treatment, right? I don't have low porosity hair, but I have to admit that since I started using a heat cap, my oil treatment results are way better. Also, this is gonna promote scalp circulation due to the increase of blood flow to the area, so boosts hair growth and also helps in deep conditioning the hair, especially if you're using a hydrating oil. This is gonna make it happen. By the way, you can also do this with a microfiber towel or a plain cotton t-shirt. Put it in the dryer to get a little bit warm, and then simply wrap your hair in this way, and there you have it, a DIY heat cap.
So I'm just gonna keep this one. It's very warm. It's not hot, okay? This is not supposed to be extremely hot. Just to get that warm sensation on your hair and scalp so that all the oils like go in.
What we're gonna do next is to allow the oil to sit on our hair before rinsing it off. So do not make the hair oiling mistake of washing the oil treatment too soon or leaving the oil on your hair for longer than a day. The most recommended time to leave oils on your hair is minimum 1 hour, maximum 8 hours. When you keep the oil on your hair for longer than a day, it can cause product buildup on your scalp, dandruff, attract dirt that ends up mixing with your natural oils, which could potentially clog the hair follicles, leading to hair loss. So it is not the best practice. If you want to leave the oils as an overnight treatment, you can do that. I still do it occasionally, not all the time, and it's been fine.
I don't feel like leaving this for overnight. Not today.
So I'm just gonna wash this off right now. So let's go.
Just make sure the first thing in the morning you rinse them off with a mild shampoo, and avoid the hair oiling mistake of using too much shampoo to get rid of the excess oils. Remember, if you don't soak your hair in oil, I promise you'll have an easier time to rinse them off your hair. So when you wash the oils from your hair, allow your hair to soak in lukewarm water for 1 minute, then use a quarter size of shampoo, which won't end up stripping your hair, emulsify, and then clean your hair for 3 minutes to make sure your shampoo breaks down all the excess oils on your scalp. Once you are out of the shower, go ahead and use your favorite hair care products, and don't make the hair oiling mistake of doing this kind of heavy oiling treatment on your hair every day, because you want to give your hair and scalp a break, but also you're gonna have to wash your hair daily, which is not good for your strands. So ideally you can do this oil treatment routine once or twice a week before hair wash to keep your hair healthy, soft, and very long. By the way, I just gotta say that these tips apply only when you cover your whole hair and scalp in oil, not when you oil with a few drops the ends of your hair, which is a completely different thing. So I hope this makes sense.
Okay. I just want to say that this hair oil video only applies when you use an oil for long treatment, like a deep conditioning treatment, or when you apply oils on your scalp for hair growth purposes. This is what you want to do to maximize the benefits of oiling into your hair. There are a few exceptions. First of all, one of the mistakes doesn't apply to oiling the ends of your hair daily. That is actually that I tell you guys to do, and I do it. You know, do not apply obviously a tablespoon, because then that's a mistake. But if you just wanted to protect your ends from getting dry, from getting all tangled, you can definitely use like 1 or 2 drops, that's it, of argan oil, for example, that is super light, just on the ends of your hair to protect your hair. And you can definitely do that daily, which is something that I do, and it works wonders. Also, the other exception is when you apply oil a few minutes before hopping in the shower, because in this case my only goal, let's say, is to protect my hair, my strands, from the stripping effect of the shampoo, which happens a lot. My hair at this point feels really nice. It's not tangle anymore, and I'm so happy. Like, I love avocado oil. So if this video was helpful and you enjoy as well, don't forget to share some love to me by subscribing to this channel right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll get to see you in the next video. Pura vida.